Okay.
I'm really interested in what Zaman has to say. So Zaman, in India, you are on with Shannon and me, and you have, it says here you want to tell us why you believe and why I don't. So cool. Welcome.
Word.
Yeah, thank you for this. Assalamu alaikum. May peace and blessings be upon you, and prosperity and safety to your family. So,
I didn't have you on here so you can preach. I really don't care about peace and blessings to Allah. I just want you to make the case that you're making.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is like the Islamic greeting.
I know what it is. This is the Atheist Experience, not the Islamic greeting show.
Okay, but I'm a Muslim, but I may still greet you like.
I'm aware.
I apologize if you don't like that, but
I just like you. We have 3 minutes left in the show now, and you wasted some of it praising Allah. So get to the point, please.
So I'm not going to speak too long. I wanted to, like, I mean, I've watched some of your episodes in the Atheist Experience, and most of the time you said about, like, you know, this is the show where, you know, people talk about why they believe and, like, what are the justification or, like, what are the backings they have for what they believe. And then I would also like to know from your point of view, like, why you don't believe, or like what is your position at all overall. So yeah, that's what I wanted to discuss. So where should I begin with? Like, what did you like?
I don't know. When I read the call screener thing, it says why you believe and why I don't, and I wanted to hear what you had to say. We're down to like just a couple minutes left in the show, but.
I think my answer is any philosophically monotheistic God definition that I've ever encountered breaks down as incoherent, especially when compared against the texts that are supposed to espouse those gods.
And my answer is that I don't see sufficient evidence for anything supernatural, including gods. Why do you believe?
Okay, so when you say evidence, how would you define evidence? Like, because I mean, I remember asking you this question a long time ago in a Discord server, and the answer you gave is you don't know. I mean, how
correct?
Do you,
I don't know. Zaman, I don't know what would change my mind, but that's an admission of humility. If there is a God, that God should know exactly what would change my mind, and he hasn't done it, which means he either doesn't exist or he doesn't want me to know exist. What I asked was, why do you believe?
Okay, so I'm talking now. I'll tell you why I believe, even though I had some questions for like what you said. But okay, so I mean, for me, okay, I wasn't really a very conservative believer, hardcore theist, something like this. I wasn't like this for like when I was a kid and. Before I like the time.
So we've officially run up against the hour. We are now into overtime on the show. So if you can get to why you actually believe instead of the meta discussion about why you believe, that'd be helpful, because I can't address this and we're not going to go on for more than maybe 10 minutes here.
Okay. So what I believe or why I believe, what is it? The thing is, I believe. I mean, for example, the word Islam, right? So Islam, it means that to believe in the strength that you have in you as a human being, which is given to you by Almighty God, to find that strength, work on it, and be strong in it, so that you can be successful in life and after death.
I thought Islam meant submission.
Well, yeah, this is what.
Well, then why are you saying Islam means something other than submission?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the word Islam. It has a root to the word Aslama, which also means submission. But
okay,
there is
Zaman.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to tell us why you believe, instead of giving us definitions of Islam that don't match what the word means? Are you going to get to why you believe? We only got like maybe 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I just told you what is it that I believe. And the thing is,
no, you didn't.
This is what I found from studying Islam. right? Now tell me why this is wrong to believe that I have this human strength in me, and I need to find it out, work on it, believe in it, and be strong in it so that I can be successful in life and after death. You know what? There are a lot of great things about me, right? And I'm actually working on them to humanity in this world. Right? Make this world a better place.
Zaman, just stop.
Zaman, it's very difficult to follow.
Zaman, just stop. Okay, here's the thing. I appreciate that you tried to tell me what you believe, but what you believe is that Islam is about finding your inner strength and living a good life. Well, that's not what the word means. And I don't have any objection to that. I have no problem at all with someone finding their inner strength and living a better life. That is not something that is necessarily requires Islam. So it seems to me you're being disingenuous about what you mean or what you believe when you're talking about Islam. But what I asked 7 minutes ago was why.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm getting at, right? Why
you're not getting there fast enough?
Can I ask one question? Because this is my reason for not believing, is that there's no philosophically coherent definition of a God that, especially when it comports with the religious texts that are attempting to support it, particularly also monotheistic. So you're going bottom up, right? You're saying I've had these personal revelations. I did some studying, and I've found ways to relate my personal journey, either metaphorically or whatever, to the religion, and thus I think that there's maybe some value in it, but that doesn't get us to whether or not it's true. So could you give me a definition of God that's coherent, that doesn't actually even become contradicted by the text that you're attempting to defend?
Yeah, I mean, like we believe in an all-knowing, all-powerful, transcendent being that is beyond any kind of, that is beyond the.
Okay.
Any kind of
all-knowing, all-powerful. Is he timeless?
Yeah.
So he's existed for eternity. Does he exist outside of the universe of known reality? Does he exist outside of known reality? Do you understand the definition? Do you understand the definition of the God that you believe in? Like, because it sounds to me as though you have like a loose, sort of structurally defined philosophical definition of a God that you just accepted, and you're kind of waffling a little bit on what that means and how it relates or potentially relates to your texts. Because some of the questions that I asked are basic tenets of how to define a God philosophically. So before you start defending the God by starting with the things that you believe and how they relate to your life and your personal experience, I would like to have like a really strong definition of what the God is that you believe in and why you think it's philosophically sound and how it relates to your text. That would be a good place to start with me, if the attempt is to relate to why I am currently an atheist as opposed to believing what you believe.
Okay, so you said something about like, my personal revelation or something. This is about, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with someone starting something and then finding out. I mean, is it wrong to believe that I have the truth? Because I have
you can't even define the God that you believe in any sort of coherent way, because you're essentially saying I believe in something, but I don't know what exactly even it is that I believe in. I just kind of feel a certain kind of way about it. So that's enough for me, which is fine if that's enough for you. But you're trying to defend your faith to me and convince me that you're right, and it's not enough for me.
See, and what you did just a second ago was attempt to shift the burden of proof, because what you said was, is there any reason to think that you're not correct? But that's not the way the burden of proof works. You have to demonstrate that you are in fact correct. We don't just get to assume that you're correct because we can't prove you wrong, because you may have an unfalsifiable proposition as a God. Now that we've wasted another 5 minutes, why do you believe in a God?
Okay. Because of the studies. I mean, like, so here's the thing. This is not just about the studies I have done and from all kinds.
That's good, because I don't give a rat's ass about the studies. I care about evidence and argument. What is the reason that you believe in Allah?
Matt, listen to me for just 1 minute, right?
I've been listening to you until my ears are ready to bleed. I keep asking you why you believe. Are you going to answer me, or am I going to end the show?
Okay, then end the show.
Okay.
Thank you.